Hi. So the lens I chose is Marxism. So as defined, Marxism is a system of economic, social, political philosophy based on ideas that view social change in terms of economic factors. In F. Scott Fitzgerald's book, The Great Gatsby, he greatly shares his views on Marxism and social class impact on the lives of the characters in the book. The idea that social class is observed as one is born into it. Class shapes who we are, what we experienced, and how we see ourselves. The class mindset determines how we view others and their social classes. In the book, this is very evident when the have-nots, such as the poor people, the low-class people, are trying to come out of the poor social class image. Now, as an example, Gatsby was born into a poor family. And even though Daisy had some sort of affection for him, but his social background and his poor stature could not allow herself to be engaged with such a man because of his past. No matter how rich J. Gatsby had become, he was always viewed by his peers as from the poor social class that he was born from. This is shown even when Daisy struggles to tie the gap between her mind and her heart. Even after Gatsby has acquired lots of wealth, as an example, in page 71, J. Gatsby says, "My family all died, and I came into a good deal of money." His voice was solemn, as if the memory of the sudden extinction of the clan still haunted him for a moment. I suspected that he was pulling my leg, but a glance at him convinced me otherwise. After that, I lived like a young Raja in all the capitals of Europe, such as Paris, Venice, Rome, collecting jewelry chiefly, rubies, hunting big game, painting a little, things for myself only, and trying to forget something very sad and that happened to me a long time ago. Now, relating to the Big Five, Fitzgerald, the context and theme for the paragraph is showing that some of the passages of Fitzgerald in light of Marxism and his views on the topic. It is to inform the audience of how the author felt about this theory. Now, comparing to the Big Five, the other part is tone and mood. Now, the tone and mood of the text is somewhat blue, which means somewhat sad. It puts the audience in the state of misery that both Gatsby and the author, as men who had been born into nothing, changed their purposes and became rich but even by doing so could not achieve their happiness and acknowledgement from those around them. Now, one of the stylistic devices the author used was symbolism. Now, the author uses symbolism comparing himself to a Raja and chiefly rubies to glorify the state of riches he was in. Another stylistic device he used is irony. He also uses irony that even though he went around the world, spent lots of money, gathered many valuables, he was still unable to forget his sadness and achieve happiness. Now, in sense of the author, author was very much like Gatsby, and sense that he had tried to mask his poor upbringing with money. They both had tried to get rid of their sadness by traveling the world, but even with all the traveling and spending, he remained unhappy because of how he was born. He was unable to escape his past and unable to accept his present because he had followed happiness in the wrong sense. Now, the author might have manifested some of his experience and feelings through the book The Great Gatsby, perhaps accepting that under the Marxism literary theory, a man is defined from his background. The rich will be viewed as rich, such as high class, and the poor will be viewed as poor, such as lower class. Although this is not just the case of F. Scott Fitzgerald. Many before him have suffered from the same viewing of social class during the Marxism theory era. Many famous American businessmen have tried to remove themselves from their poor background by gathering great amounts of wealth. Thank you very much for listening. The end.